Coming up in today's video, I spend a rainy day with the keeper and he shows us his impressive stick as we set some snares ready for the red menaces to protect the partridge. We go out looking for foxes and we look to secure our 100th fox for the year.
Hey.
A nice glass of port. A very Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Before I kick off with the video, I just wanted to say a couple of words. The first of which is thank you. And it's a big thank you actually. Thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in, watching the videos and supporting the channel. 2019 has surpassed my own expectation, with the channel growing by a mere 18,000 subscribers. And it's reaching viewing figures I never thought possible. So thank you once again, each and every one of you, for that. I'm going out doing the vermin shooting anyway, but it's given me that extra sense of purpose knowing that some of you really enjoy the videos that I'm able to string together from my antics. The channel itself wouldn't exist without a few key core people behind it. So I also want to say a big thank you to, in no particular order, Steve, Rick, Mark, Andy, Kazzy, and then also contributors, so Ian from Pulsar Pest Control, Wolverine Vermin Shooting, Jason down in New South Wales, and look, I really hope the weather breaks for you guys real soon too, and also Kevin as well for your video contributions over the last year. Coming up in 2020 we have yet more contributors, so I want to introduce a chap called Simon, aka Simon PPC, and you can take a little look now at the sort of things you can expect to see from Simon coming up in 2020. In 2019 I also brought to you Team Foxer's Amazon page, and this is a great way you guys can help support Team Foxer by shopping on Amazon. You don't even have to buy anything from the shop itself, you can actually use your existing Amazon Prime accounts also. But like I said, it's a great way of you being able to support Team Foxer. So if you get a second, please have a look at that shop. The link you will find in the video's description. Another thank you is to a couple of the core Foxing Facebook groups, and look, you know which ones you are and which ones you aren't, so thank you very much for that. Coming up in 2020, well look, I hope to keep doing the same thing. So long as you guys watch the videos, I'll keep making them. I have got some stuff planned for 2020 though, I don't want to share too much with you just yet, but I will be at the shooting show also at the NEC in February as well. So if you see me there and you want to, please say hi, don't be shy. It's always great to meet fans of the show. Just before we crack on with the video, there's one last thing to say. I wish each and every one of you and your friends and family a very Merry Christmas. Have a very Happy New Year. Take care, stay safe, and as always, happy shooting. I'll see you real soon.
First port of call after a hearty breakfast is to fill up several sacks of corn so we can go out and feed the ducks. As the season progresses and the feed starts going down a little bit quicker, it's also worth checking back for any rat activity as well, because that can also provide some pretty decent sport. Whilst out and about, Steve actually noticed that a tractor had run over a couple of snares, so he sharpened up a couple of pre-cut hazel sticks to be able to reset those in the same tractor wheelings. Foxes like to go up and down nice easy routes, including things like tatey wheelings as well. The end of the snare is set to a 3-stone cast iron weight. It's not designed to be able to be dragged along the floor. It needs to be able to hold the fox there humanely, so the snares can be checked every 24 hours and then dispatched accordingly. And here you see Steve just checking on a couple of those wheelings as I speak. It was, though, fruitful, as a little later we discovered that a fox had actually been caught in the tatey wheeling, proving that snares are very effective as they work in 24/7, as Steve dispatches it very humanely here using his CZ22.
Now that's how hard. Wow, just sit and stubble.
Later that same night, I'm out with Rick. The first fox we came across that evening looked like it had already scored its evening meal, so I was quite keen to get over and see exactly what it was chewing on. It took a little while at first to figure out what it was, but then I noticed the ear, so it was obviously a rabbit. This vixen was in absolutely immaculate condition. Trouble is, just the other side of the hedge is the pheasant cover, so we wanted to make sure that all of the birds were safe, and this again is just too close for comfort. The second fox we had that evening, myself and Rick, is this one here. I can't take it in the gap because the farmhouse and buildings are just behind there, out of picture. Luckily for me, it crosses the dike, and it's a minute or two before it wanders back into view. And when it stops, I think it was for a wee, it was safe enough there to be able to take the shot. Although this one actually ran, God knows how, because it was really hard hit, but it did make it into the ditch. You'll notice in a second it doesn't come back out. So, like I said, I was fairly convinced that one was down. Rick volunteered to go and have a look. He took the thermal with him, so I videoed it through the scope cam and night sight system. Rifle is not loaded here. Fox number 98 happened a couple of weeks ago. Myself and Mark had a call to a residential location that had quite a few chickens going missing, and in the neighbouring farm that we also had permission to shoot, we took care of that one swiftly. Back out with the keeper, and fox number 99 came in the form of this easy vixen, which was actually making its way towards the cover crop, and myself and the keeper were perched in the car, just waiting for the heat source to come towards us at first, and then it actually started to stalk into a rabbit. You can see the fox crouched down. It looks like it's about to pounce, but it's too late. Fox is there with a rifle as the rabbit runs off.
It's that rabbit. That's what you've just pounced down for.
Gonna be left a bit.
I used the Pulsar Accolade XP50 binoculars to be able to direct Steve into the heat source and laser range find it out to the exact distance there at 113 yards. And as you can see here, I'm pleased he went and got it because it is very wet. So this next fox, I'd actually seen it walk into the end of the cover crop. You can just see there in front of the ditch. Using the Pulsar Accolade binoculars, it was a good 6 or 7 minutes before it came out, and it looked like it was just wandering up the road towards our location. I'm in no rush here. I want to make absolutely certain of this one.
Hey! 100.
Well, boys and girls, that be the century for 2019. I'm going to hedge my bets that that's a vixen. She wasn't very far away. She came up this road a treat, straight out the cover. There she is. Yep, I said it was, didn't I?
Close, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't far, was it?
Did you see it going the end of the cover?
Yeah, I see it going the end of the cover. It walked through the cover and come out the end. She just sat down perfectly and looked at me.
Oh, it's a big one.
It was. Nice one. We have since the century had several other foxes both snared and shot, so here you can see a couple of these ones that we've had recently, but in just a second we're going to start a montage of 2019's best shots. Let me know in the video's description at what time in this video was your personal favourite, but thanks ever so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Oi! Down you go. Oi! Oi! Got you, you fucker.
Obviously there I've not shown every single one, but it was pretty fruitful, not just for myself but some of the other Team Foxer members as well. Let's have a brief look at some of their action in 2019.
So we've just come down the farm, put a target up for the 17 and wow.
Once again, thank you very much for watching. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I hope to see you joining us in 2020. Take care, stay safe, and as always, happy shooting.